Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. Thank you for joining me in Madden 22, Week 3 of Season 5. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's stream link, and I'm going to start this game. Okay, everything should be set up. So, we got two 2-0 teams so far this season. The Cincinnati Bengals, led by Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon. Sean Taylor on the defense over there. And on the Pittsburgh side of things, they have two top-end running backs, Christian McCaffrey and Najee Harris. On defense, you got Marvin Jones. Quarterback for the Steelers is Kyle Ballard Jr. But Marvin Jones is really, he's an X factor, but he's really sixth best player on the defense currently. They do have Minkah Fitzpatrick and T.J. Watt anchoring their defense for Pittsburgh. Let's say Kyle Ballard Jr. is the quarterback for Pittsburgh. Receivers look like Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, and a rookie from Memphis coming from the NCAA 14 dynasty, Thomas Davis. And other players not mentioned here for the Bengals. I already said Burrow, Mixon. Wide receivers, we got T. Higgins, Kenny Hardy, and John Joseph. Hardy and Joseph are from the NCAA 14 dynasty as well. Hardy from Minnesota, Joseph from LSU. And leading the defense for the Bengals is safety Jesse Bates, and then another guy from the NCAA 14 dynasty, Osmataz Buckshank. I believe he's from Georgia. He's a corner. So, let's get into the game, shall we? If you want to look at a little X Factor guys here, McCaffrey, Najee, Mixon, Burrow, Marvin Jones. He is a NCAA 14 dynasty guy as well. Can't remember what college right now. That part eludes me. Right outside linebacker for the Steelers. Young gun. Future the Steelers defense. Sean Taylor, another guy from the NCAA 14 dynasty. I believe he went to Miami. And then last X Factor is backup quarterback for the Bengals, Riley Reed. He went to Rice. Let's go. Want to keep standard uniforms. It's a 1 p.m. Eastern game. They never really wear anything crazy then. I'm going to get a sip of my Gatorade. Ugh. Both of these teams have had pretty good offenses to start the year. Baller's a rookie, 43-62. 43 for 62.
Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may
let me get to supersetting this. Let's turn the speed down to slow. And we'll jump forward to the end of the game.
As of this morning, Summer officially
I realize it's a game of the number 9s, Baller versus Burrow. Bengals with the ball first, touchback.
This will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Nearly 600 yards, 5 touchdowns this year.
But he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me, but I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself.
There's a 66% completion rate.
AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
There we go. Burrow and the shotgun. Hand off to Mixon. No, play action. Right over the middle. Got his man. The tight end, Jake Robinson.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he.
These are the number 2 and number 3 scored offenses through the first 2 weeks of the season, so we could have a shootout on our hands. Hand off to Mixon this time, up the middle, goes a little bit to the right. 3 yards.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 17 carries, 79 yards.
Decent day for Mixon there.
Running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Bro, dropping back in the pocket. Finds a man to the right side. That's Mixon. First down.
They're going to have themselves another first down as the tackles made.
There you go, past the 52. Burrow alone in backfield. Hand off to Mixon. Wasn't really a handoff, more kind of like a toss, I think. I bet it lost yards. Nah, not a good play call. Brandon Staley, I see what you're doing, bro. And basically ran right to the back of his lineman. Burrow fake to Mixon over the middle. Got his guy. T. Higgins. Hit a monster week last week. Hurry up offense with Cincinnati. Again to right over the middle left. Tight end Jake Robinson. I wonder what the coaches are telling Kyle Baller Jr. over there.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Burrow hand off to Mixon of the middle for a few yards. 3rd and 2 now. Just outside the red zone. Burrow is going to throw. Got his guy to the right side. Tight end Jake Robinson again.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Yeah, this time. Burrow under center. Mixon in the backfield, takes his hand off, breaks the tackle, gets laid out by the second guy. Just 1 yard on that play. Here we go again. Shotgun formation. Burrow throws quickly. Got his guy, T. Higgins. 3rd and 2. Inside the 5. What are the Bengals going to do here? Quick field. Yeah, my Burrow. Oh, look like in and out of his hands. Because Higgins. 4th and 2. And they're going for it. This is a good play call. Toss to Mixon. He's got the first at least. What? Oh, I swear to God, he was past that line. Okay, he did get past. It sounded like they didn't. Okay, 1st and goal at the 1.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head
And off the Mixon, up the middle, got his touchdown. What a drive from the Bengals.
And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive spans 13 plays.
All right, 7-0 Bengals after half of the first quarter.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return.
All right, back to 27.
So here are the Steelers.
And here's Kyle Ballard Jr. and the Steelers.
And here's a look at their leader.
Ballard himself has had a good first 2 weeks. 570 yards, 5 touchdowns, 43 for 62. 69% completion for Ballard.
Looking over defenses, no interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
Hand off to McCaffrey for the first play. Got 3 yards from that. Had a good game last week from McCaffrey.
Last week, 17 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a
5 yards from McCaffrey.
Right now, number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead.
Yeah, McCaffrey again gets the first down.
He's got to take advantage of that too.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made
Got
just shy of the 40.
got tackled by Sean Taylor. There you go. Baller going throw. Go for Claypool.
This is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
Out of bounds on Claypool.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And
Here we go again.
Coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Baller and shotgun.
He'll try again with the
Gonna throw over to McCaffrey.
Dump this off to his running back.
Shoot the guy. Got tackled 1 second.
A yard there, but only a yard leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd and 9 Steelers. Can they convert?
They'll set up a throw.
Over to tight end Chris Craig, rookie from Western Kentucky. Past the 50-yard line, too.
Their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Baller and throw. Over the middle. The Juju Smith-Schuster.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Now, looks like the Steelers are clicking on all cylinders right now. Pump fake for Baller. Oh, deep over the middle. Got his tight end, Chris Craig, for a touchdown.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the
Kyle Ball
stands.
is just a rookie from California. It's been showing out for the Steelers. I think they have another franchise guy. It's been a promising young career.
Each team has scored 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Touchback, Cincinnati.
This will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
Burrow under center, Mixon backfield, hand off to Mixon to the left side, immediately swallowed up.
This game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little
That's Nate Chase, defensive end for the Steelers,
It's not a make or
on the
break
tackle.
if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and
Cincinnati
13.
responded.
From the shotgun, Joe
There you go, Burrow. Immediately to your left side, picked off. That's going to be an easy touchdown. Pick 6 for the Steelers.
Brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
That's Minka Fitzpatrick.
So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Lambo on for the extra point. It's up and
It's like Minka Fitzpatrick kept noticing Joe Burrow's quick throws and
so the defense
stalled out one way and had some points for the Steelers. Up 14-7 now, quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Touchback again.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6.
How does Burrow respond from that pick 6? That was first interception of the season.
Throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back.
Burrow hand off to Mixon up the middle, nearly a first down.
Ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
8 yards.
To those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges.
Hand off to Mixon again up the middle.
Deep in there, right?
First down. End of the first quarter.
Through one quarter,
Steelers up 14-7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's
Burrow shotgun throw to middle right.
And that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards.
Tight end Jake Robinson again.
Second and a foot or so.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result.
Second inches. And off the Mixon. Ooh. Hit hard. Devin Bush.
Like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Steelers now in
They're into Cincinnati on the 45-yard line. And off the Mixon again to the left side. Not going to get it.
No gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down.
Bengals will punt.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
Touchback.
And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown.
All right, here we go again. Baller in the Steeler offense.
Good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower.
Baller over the middle, misses his guy.
Through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now.
Baller quickly to the middle.
And he'll go down at the 26.
Tight end, Chris Craig.
Gain of 6.
3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw.
There's a flag on the play. The baller's going to get sacked.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding.
Holding on the Steelers as well.
So instead of giving them another,
And there you go. They're just going to
brings up 4.
punt now.
Football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it.
Eddie will hold and give up a sack.
Good job declining that penalty.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
All right, Cincinnati ball at their 42 now.
Unit back out onto the field. The crowd maybe
Bengals defense stepped up big time on that last drive.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away.
All right, Burrow under center, going to hand off to Mixon.
Now it'll be interesting to see.
Immediately follows in the backfield. Devin Bush again.
Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
You know, ever since Burrow threw the interception, they have not let him throw. And they're not going anywhere with Mixon. They need to shake it up. Let Burrow sling it.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Burrow will throw.
Burrow to the right side.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the.
Don't know who that was. Kenny Hardy.
On 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Burrow right over the middle. Mixon.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no.
Not enough for a 1st down. If they're going to punt again.
Short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Cannot tell who made that tackle.
Here's Michael Pilardi now.
Might have been Marvin Jones.
For the 2nd time.
Bengals will punt again.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Out of those opening offensive drives by each team, it's doing nothing but defense.
Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game.
Yeah, here we go. CMC and the Steelers offense.
We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
At their 38-yard line.
Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing.
And off, no. Play action. Baller going to throw. Watch out, you'll be set. Oh, throws it away.
No doubt about it.
2nd and 10.
Hand off to McCaffrey. Oh, 1st down play.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
What a run for McCaffrey.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. His legs for a really nice pickup.
Right at midfield for Steelers. halfway through this second quarter.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Baller sacked.
And that time down he goes. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
One thing that I liked about this guy,
What a sack. Reached over the other line and dragged him down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Baller gonna throw again. But Bengals D-line's coming. Bengals D-line coming. They got Baller again. Second straight sack.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Sam Davis. I don't know much about him.
Need something from deep in the bag.
Sounds like 2 straight Bengals players got their first career sack though. Third and forever now.
Back to throw here.
Screen to McCaffrey. Doesn't get anything really.
Right at the 40-yard line. That one good.
I guess 6 yards. Felt like nothing.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said we've got faith in our tackle.
You'd have to throw deep. That was quitting.
Every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
All right, Steelers will punt.
Send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Damn, way deep inside the red zone.
Possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their
I'll let that
territory.
go back into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
Ball at their 14 Bengals. Head off the mix.
How do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it has
3 yards.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I'm looking again.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
1 yard.
The Bengals on
3rd and 6.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow.
Mixon quickly to the right side. Nearly picked off again.
Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in.
All right, Bengals will punt.
And now it's 4th down. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they gained.
And after those opening yards, it's been completely nothing but defense. All the other teams going past the 50. All right, play action. Baller to throw.
And teams are going to key on that.
Better throw quickly.
And have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Incomplete pass.
At least so far here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Man, Baller keeps almost getting sacked. And it is getting sacked.
They'll set up to throw.
Baller to the left side. Juju.
And down he goes at the 45.
3rd and 1.
Up of 9.
Almost got first.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando.
All right, can they convert? Can they get past the 50?
Going on here around the NFL.
Baller to the right side. He's got his wide receiver rookie, Thomas Davis. Huge start for Memphis.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first.
I believe the Steelers got themselves a steal with Davis. I don't think he was a
Line of scrimmage, the 30
top 5 or top 10 receiver
first and 10.
in the draft, but
They'll look to throw again.
his numbers, his tape does not lie.
And that is caught on the right side.
There we go, another pass to the right side, but out of bounds.
The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Fowler dropped him back. Getting it sacked. Yes, he is.
Taken down by the Bengal pressure. Milton Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
That's another big-time sack for the Bengals.
Sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
Baller just keeps getting swallowed up.
Ripped to shreds. That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So it's third and long.
Another third and forever.
There in the dime.
You gonna throw deep this time, Baller? No, another short little check down. Got Claypool. Not nearly enough for a first. But are they in field goal range?
13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what
And go for the field goal. 53-yard attempt. And it's no good.
There won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Damn it. I think he barely had enough leg for that.
The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
All right, 24 seconds for the Bengals. Can they get in the scoring range?
At their own 43.
43-yard line, good field position. Yeah, first down pass over the tight end Jake Robinson. Pass to 50. 18 seconds now left on the clock after with that timeout. Burrow on the throw, left side, got a guy open. Did not get out of bounds. Clock is running. Clock is running. Timeout.
When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they had plenty of leg.
So on second
Oh, this is a big kick.
Here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
59-yard kick. Wow.
And this score will stay right where it
that was a lot of leg. Good though. All right, 2 seconds. Can we get a Hail Mary pass from Baller?
Likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed,
here you go, deep throw in the end zone, batted away. Halftime.
You might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down
it's
to
just
Orlando, where Jonathan
immediate touchdown drives from both teams, and it's just nothing but defense.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Mac Jones
Titans up on the Browns.
Passes. From there, we'll head to Buffalo to check on what's happening with the Bills at Highmark Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Josh Allen has thrown 2
Bills up 11
passes.
on the Cardinals.
Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at
Ooh,
FedEx Field.
Commanders down 13 to the Texans.
Going to visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Hunter Renfrow, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's
There we go, third quarter kicking off. The Steelers ball. Gonna take it out of the end zone.
Yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Didn't quite reach the 25.
Where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on...
Waller is repeatedly being swallowed up by that defensive line from Cincinnati. They hand off to McCaffrey up the middle, about 5 yards. Or 4 yards, 4 or 5.
4 sacks so far in this contest.
There you go, Waller hand off to McCaffrey again to the right side. Dukes a guy, first down.
Takes it up to the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs,
and drink some Gatorade,
and making it work.
Waller under center, hands off to McCaffrey.
Maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now
Seems like they're going to put more McCaffrey this second half. Waller's going to throw quickly over the middle. Got his guy, Thomas Davis. Rookie to rookie. Across the 50.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, Baller almost got sacked again, but he got to Claypool.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Inside the 25. Baller under center, McCaffrey deep back.
They go play action.
Play action. What's Baller going to do? Checks down to McCaffrey. Nearly a first down, though. All right, inside the red zone. Hand off to McCaffrey. Can get swallowed up immediately. Henderson on that play. Baller, play action again. Dump off to Najee Harris. He's going to get a touchdown.
Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest.
There you go. Steelers up 2 scores now, 21-7. Josh Lambo is the Steelers kicker. Damn, big hit there on the return.
The 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind.
Burrow on center. Play action. Deep ball to the left side. Kenny Hardy.
But not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field.
This is a rehash of how the first half started. Both teams going to have some big explosive plays on the first offensive drive
to prevent the completion
and get some scores. Let's find out if the Bengals can follow up and they respond to that Steelers touchdown. They're past the 50. Burrow in the center. Play action again. Burrow throws over the right side. Tight end Jake Robinson. Some big time throws from Burrow here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go. On first down.
Burrow hands off to Mixon up the middle.
He stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Burrow.
Burrow throws to the right side. Ooh. I thought that might have been some pass interference there.
Hang on, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2 though. High formation. Burrow drops back. Pass broken up. All right. Will Bengals go for it or kick the field goal?
Set a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Kenny Hardy, the receiver,
Still just a third
going for it.
They've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hand off to Mixon, up the middle, got the first down.
He's got the first down as he gets it to the
Inside the 10 too, I think.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with
All right, here we go.
essence of the
Goal line offense. Nearly at the touchdown there. Did not see who the target was. John Joseph. All right, hand off to Mixon again, touchdown.
for a Bengal touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense.
Just like the first half started, both teams come out swinging with offensive drives that end in touchdowns.
To get them over the goal line.
Now, when that happened in the first half, the Bengals' second drive had a pick 6. Can the Bengals get a pick 6 onto the Steelers this time? Yeah, 21-14, back to one-score game.
So that one an 8-play drive. It spanned 75 yards. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Touchback.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts.
All right, hand off to McCaffrey there.
First rule for every game, the team making
Left side,
mistakes will win.
gain
That's
6.
kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
Pass over to the right side. Ooh.
Throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Claypool tried to make some heroics happen for that. Quick pass from Baller over to the tight end Chris Craig to the middle.
The Steelers' first down as he'll be marked down a yard or
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
so from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Baller under center. Dots back. Pass over to the McCaffrey to the left side.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
3rd quarter almost over now. Baller, shotgun. Hand off to McCaffrey. First down.
Taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now where they
Past the 50 now.
At the 48-yard line.
Ball on center. Najee Harris in the backfield. And off to Harris. I don't know if he gained anything. 0 yards there. Ball on from Harris now. Guess McCaffrey needs some air. Quick throw to the left side. That was interesting looking play. Juju on a catch. All right, McCaffrey's back in. And we hand off to McCaffrey. First down. And that ends the third quarter.
Not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, here we go. Last quarter of play. 1 touchdown difference between the teams. McCaffrey tackled in the backfield. McCoy on that.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far.
Second and 13.
Second and 13 here. Back to throw.
Oh, big sack again from Cincinnati. Devon Hamilton.
Forced his way through.
5 sacks now for Cincinnati.
10 yards.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and
Baller is getting beat up back there.
Shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Fourth quarter so far, all Cincinnati.
The Steelers on
third and forever. Third time today.
This will be third and forever. They'll look to
There you go, Baller gonna throw short pass again. They keep doing these stinking dunk passes on third and long.
45 at the 46. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more
Bill is Chris Barnes' 15th tackle of the season so far.
on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the
Able to stop McCaffrey for only 1 yard. For 0 yards.
The
Steelers punt.
Now, as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it?
And these two teams are projected to be the bottom 2 teams in the AFC North, but so far they're the only undefeated teams in the North after 2 weeks. They're having a slugfest today. Bengals ball at their 21. Burrow hand off to Mixon up the middle. Good for like 8 yards.
Pickup of 8, second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Once again,
They go hand off to Mixon again. First down.
Down at the 31-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open.
Burrow in shotgun.
Just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees a short yardage.
Burrow to the left side, check down to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Throwing
Bro.
again on second down. Burrow.
Gonna throw. Gonna get. Oh, throws it away.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. And now following the incomplete.
3rd and 3 now. It's Cincinnati.
For an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take
Who's hurt? 66. Who's hurt?
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've
Don't
had
know.
their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time
Looks
it's
like
3rd and 3.
Joe Mixon's heating up right now, but he's gonna get swallowed.
And that play went nowhere.
God, they needed that first down. Oh, is T. Higgins hurt?
Gonna be back at the 36. Now after that last
Bengals are gonna have to punt though.
down on the field.
They really need to tie this game up.
They'll step aside.
So it was 66 hurt the other time. Now it's Higgins.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away.
They really needed
time today.
to score in that drive, I think.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, Pittsburgh ball at their 25. 6.5 left in the game.
The drive
Hand off to
begins.
McCaffrey, swallowed immediately.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
No ball gonna throw. We're gonna get sacked. Oh, he tripped up. That defense is still coming. But you got a big pass to the right side.
And
Claypool.
down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
I mean, it was a forever pass, but it was barely for like 12 yards. Or 14 yards, something like that. That's what it go down in the stat book as. Oh, play action.
And he takes it
That was not play action.
5 and down at the 46.
It was Thomas Davis got the run. Jesse Bates finally getting a tackle.
From the
All right, hand out to McCaffrey. 2 yards.
First down, but now just a 1-yard pick
1 yard. 3rd and 4. Bengals can get a stop.
Now back to throw.
Quick throw to the left side. Got a first down. That was baller. To
They're able to get the 3rd down
Thomas
conversion.
Davis.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because
Rookie to rookie.
they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Come on, Bengals. You gotta make a stop. Make this game.
He'll drop to throw it.
There you go. Pass over to the left side. To don't know who that is.
Only a couple.
Oh, Pat Freeman.
Yeah, that one was good.
Forgot he's on the
They were
Steelers.
trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Bengals, he cannot let the Steelers score.
He'll look to throw.
Pass to the right side for Thomas. No.
4 yards
Battle.
on completion,
Eddie
and it
Battle.
sets up a 3rd down.
I think that's another rookie. He's from BYU. 3rd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look
Play
to
action. Oh, don't sit back there. Baller throws. Incomplete.
throw. Is incomplete.
All right. Steelers going to go for a field goal now.
Out trots the kicker in a big
Can he
spot.
nail it this time?
This to make it a 2-score game. And Lambeau will put this one through.
Got it.
And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
I don't know how long that was.
So that CD, an important fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance.
All right, 10-point lead, 3 minutes, 15 seconds for the Steelers.
Time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the
All right, Bengals, you got to score on this drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Jump over to the left side, Mixon gets the first down.
Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You gotta make this quick, I think. Left side pass again.
It's complete. He's got it. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And it looks like this will be the last.
That was John Joseph.
2-minute warning.
Third, second and 4. Quick throw to the right side. John Joseph again.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Jefferson for the Steelers heading to the locker room.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Quick throw to the Mixon to the right side. About 5 or 6 yards. 2-minute warning now. I don't really think he can cost any checkdowns right now.
In possession of the football here as we get you reset to throw Burrow.
Left side. Oh, fumbled. Kenny Hardy fumbled the ball.
That drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to.
Wow. Devin Bush.
Didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores. Pretty much game, set, man.
How about the takeaway, though? Huh?
That's it. That's all she wrote. Baller under center. And hand off to McCaffrey.
Clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, hand off to McCaffrey again.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the
I guess technically Cincinnati does have a shot to make this stop at 3rd and 2. Nope. No chance anymore. McCaffrey got the first.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee.
And there's the kneel. A kneel of 1:40 to go is pretty interesting. Never seen it that far. Usually it's within a minute.
On 2nd
Hand off to Harris.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Have a kneel down again. And that should be it.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. The Steelers send out their punter now.
They shouldn't need to make another play. They do. They punt it anyway.
And the kick's away as he angles
And it goes out of bounds.
And the punt over the side in the air. And the
That is it. Steelers get the win, 24-14.
In the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Despite taking like 6 sacks, Baller and Steelers get this out.
As they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you, everyone, for being with me and watching this game with me. I hope you enjoyed this Bengals vs. Steelers game. Bye-bye.